Welcome back to Automotive, where the past meets the present and every car has a story worth telling. Today, we're stepping into an alternate timeline. Imagine it's 1987. The Berlin Wall still stands, cassette tapes are still king, and computer screens are glowing green. And in the midst of this, the Morris Minor, Britain's beloved post-war car, gets a rebirth. That's right. Today we're taking a look at the new 1987 Morris Minor that never existed, but what if it had? Before we dive into the details, let's set the scene. The original Morris Minor, launched in 1948, was the car that put post-war Britain on wheels. It was practical, simple, and full of charm. Over 1.6 million units were built before production ended in 1971. But what if the British Leyland Group, or some daring engineer, had decided to bring it back in the late 1980s? The 1987 Morris Minor doesn't just pick up where the 71 model left off. It evolves. It retains the classic silhouette, those rounded fenders, the unmistakable split front grille, and the upright, compact form, but with a modernized edge. Picture a sleeker front end with flush-mounted headlamps, perhaps borrowed from the era's Metro or Maestro. The body panels are smoother, more aerodynamic, yet unmistakably minor. It's as if the designers said, let's honor the past without getting stuck in it. Pop the hood and things get more interesting. Gone is the A-series engine of the 60s. In its place, we'd likely find a small displacement 1.3-liter inline-4, maybe even borrowed from the Austin Metro or the Allegro, a dependable but modest power plant, producing somewhere around 60 to 70 horsepower. Not a speed demon by any means, but with a curb weight under 850 kilograms, the car doesn't feel sluggish. It's spirited, like the original, and designed for city streets and weekend countryside escapes. Step inside and you're greeted with a mix of nostalgia and 1980s innovation. The dashboard is still simple, but now clad in dark plastic, with chunky rocker switches and a rectangular instrument cluster. The vinyl bench seats are replaced with proper bucket seats up front, trimmed in a durable tweed or corduroy. There's even a radio with push-button tuning and, if you splurge, a cassette player, high-tech for the time. But here's where the new Morris Minor surprises us. Despite its retro looks, it's actually quite clever underneath. Front-wheel drive, independent suspension, and even a 5-speed manual transmission make it a genuinely usable, everyday classic. Safety features like side impact beams and collapsible steering columns are included, though airbags are still a few years off. Fuel economy is solid, topping 40 miles per gallon on the highway, and maintenance is easy. Most parts are shared with other British Leyland vehicles. The car's charm is in how it blends eras. It isn't trying to compete with hot hatchbacks or executive sedans. It's a people's car, just like the original. Something you buy because it makes you smile. You can imagine it parked outside a country pub, or cruising down narrow English lanes with a picnic basket in the boot. And speaking of the boot, yes, it's still got that iconic split tailgate. The rear end stays true to the original Traveller estate design if you go for that variant. The saloon version keeps things tight and tidy, while the convertible option, if offered, would be an instant cult classic, perfect for the summer drives and weekend markets. Now, imagine seeing one today in a sea of boxy 80s hatchbacks and dull sedans. The 1987 Morris Minor would stand out like a vintage postcard in a digital world. It would appeal to the same type of buyer who loved the original, someone who wanted something different, something approachable, and most importantly, something full of character. So while the 1987 Morris Minor never actually rolled off the production line, it's fun to think about what might have been. A perfect blend of British heritage and 80s practicality. A car for the nostalgist who didn't want to live in the past, just drive it. Thanks for watching Automotive. If you enjoyed this ride through an alternate reality, drop a like, leave a comment about your favorite forgotten cars, and don't forget to subscribe. More stories like this are just around the corner. Until next time, keep your wheels turning and your engines dreaming.